Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. So guys, something very exciting has just come across my desk and I had to share it with you guys. Yes indeed, the Thundertank has started arriving at people's homes and I can't wait to take a look at this. Guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I posted the 2 episodes a week and I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. Well guys, let's take a deep dive into this and see who picked up the Thundertank and what we can expect by looking at these wonderful images and videos. Oh my god guys, I'm super excited. Let's have a look. Today's video comes courtesy of Adrian's Nerd Cave. The great channel on YouTube. Definitely give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. Adrian was one of the lucky few who's actually started to receive his Thundertank extremely early, and he was kind enough to actually start putting this on video for all of us to enjoy. And honestly, I took a look at his videos and I was just blown away by what I saw. So guys, definitely come join me as I react to Adrian's Nerd Cave review of the mighty Thundertank. This is Adrian, and does he ever have absolutely incredible collection here? Holy crap, everybody. Look at all those wonderful figures in box and out of box. I mean, we can see so many great figures here. He has an incredible Thundercats collection here. We can see some of those Minico Thundercats. I think it's the entire collection there. There we can actually see all of the Bandai released Thundercats that he has on display over there. A lot of different statues just at the top. You can tell that Adrian is a huge Thundercats fan. He even has the Super 7 Thundercats on display. But Adrian, he is sitting beside something very special, guys. Take a look. Yes indeed, that is the Thundertank. Holy crap, everybody. It's actually sitting on top of the shipping box that Super 7 shipped it out to him in. Check this out, everybody. Adrian heads over here at one point and stands right behind the Thundertank box, and I gotta tell you, this box is absolutely ginormous. It's freaking huge. Look at the size of it compared to Adrian just standing there. This thing's freaking huge. He ends up opening the box and starts the unboxing. So let's take a look at the very first opening of the Thundertank. There it is, everybody. It's actually done in a full styrofoam, which it echoes back to those wonderful openings when you had back in the 80s when everything was encased in styrofoam. This is a wonderful throwback to that, and it really does help protect the vehicles inside. So this is so much fun. It's even better because the styrofoam is actually imprinted with the Thundercats logo. That is absolutely crazy. We can see here right at the bottom that it actually does have the Thundertank canopy is right here. As Adrian goes to open it up, we can see that the box also is embedded with a cutout. Housed in that cutout is actually the Thundrillium, which is one of the main accessories that was included with the set. And Adrian actually goes on to showcase that along with the Thundrillium, there actually is a ray gun. I believe it's the one that Panther used in the show at some point. Here we have our very first glimpse of the actual Thundertank. Oh my god, everybody, this is just ridiculous. It is completely encased in a cellophane bag just to protect everybody. And of course, it's got your standard warnings up here. The Thundertank here is just in one gigantic, huge piece. It doesn't seem like there's any assembly required. Yes, that is so great. I really did not want to have to put anything together with something this big, which we have done in the past for other vehicles. So it's really great to see this. Once it's out of the bag, you can see just how massive it really is on his coffee table. Like, this thing is just freaking huge. He uses this opportunity to actually demonstrate how the treads actually work. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely crazy. However, he does mention that he's putting a lot of force onto the top of the Thundertank in order to get the treads actually moving. This is just amazing though, the fact that the treads do actually work as promised. However, if you notice at the top here, looking at the top of the treads here, sometimes the treads get stuck, which is interesting. But I think that that's just par for the course. I mean, like, this thing was never really meant to be traveled around too much. It really is more of a display piece. I mean, that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be moving it that often at all. And like I said, if I'm really careful and really worried about the deformation here, I will rotate the treads every so often, every few months or so. I'm not really that concerned with the tread wear itself, but you know, each to their own. That's something to be you know, at least noted. So Adrian then continues to take a look at the other features which are included, especially the front mounted cannon Demonstrates the hatch, which actually opens up, and you can pull the cannon out of the nose. Lifting up the Thunder Tank, he notes just how heavy it is. It is a beastly piece of plastic, that's absolutely sure. Adrian then goes on to demonstrate the cannons which are hidden underneath the arms, and how far the arms can go to lock to be able to showcase these cannons. He does mention that they can only go a certain distance before the cannons themselves start lifting up with the arms. It is a decent amount of range, but from the top you can tell it's very hard to see the cannons from this angle. The wheels on the front do rotate, so it's very interesting to see that everything is in perfect working order. We can see Adrian demonstrating the front jaws, which open up quite a bit, by the way. I think it would open up nearly 45 degrees for their chomping motion. Very, very cool. Removing the blast shield, which is of course used for underwater as well as heavy assault defense, we can see the inner cockpit, and this is where things really start to shine with this particular piece. This is just absolutely beautiful. Coming in for a closer look, Adrian demonstrates all of the wonderful painting that's on the inner portion of the cockpit, including all of the working knobs, the dials that are flexible to a certain degree, the radar, the displays, everything that's been painted to just perfection. Absolutely gorgeous. Opening the rear, we can actually see all of the additional seating in the back. Reportedly, this is actually able to seat every single one of the initial Thundercats team. We can put Panthro and Lion-O, Tigra, Chitara, Thunder Kittens, Wily Kitten, Wily Cat can all sit comfortably in the back. We can have one gunner who could possibly be Bengali, and standing on the left and the right could easily be Linkso and Pumaira. This is amazing. So originally there were only 6 Thundercats and Snarf. So now, with the extra room on the left and the right here that they've allowed for, you can pretty much fit every single Thundercat in here, albeit not standing, but still, the entire team could theoretically fit in the Thundertank itself. Absolutely crazy. Adrian then goes on to demonstrate the mounted cannon on the interior of the Thundertank, with its telescoping features for the neck and the swivel action, which can pretty much go a full 180 degrees left to right. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm curious to find out if it can actually go a full 360 degrees. He didn't demonstrate that on the video itself, but I wouldn't put it past it. It looks like it's on a very sturdy ball joint, and I'm really looking forward to getting this in hand and seeing everything that Adrian is seeing firsthand. Swinging things around, we can actually see all that gorgeous detail that's on the interior side of the Thunder Tank. He does note that when you swing it around, we can see on the left-hand side that the Thundercat symbol is actually backwards. A bit of a disappointment there. It's almost as if we rotate it back, if we see the detailing here on the Thunder Tank on this angle and note all of the devices on this side, if we swing it back to where it was, we can tell that both sides were molded differently. We can see an access panel here. The radar is on this side with a few dials which are similar to this side on the right, but when we swing back around to the left, we can see that there are different panels on the other side, including some levers on this side. So it's kind of unfortunate that they really did mold the Thundercat symbol backwards. That's really a big misstep in terms of attention to detail. So yeah, there's one black mark on this particular review. Unfortunate. Swinging the tank back around, we can take a look at the size comparison with one of the figures. Wow, take a look at the size comparison here. Lion-O is just dwarfed by this thing. It's absolutely massive, and he will have no problems fitting into the Thunder Tank proper. I cannot believe this, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. This thing is just beastly. Adrian goes ahead and demonstrates how we can sit Lion-O into the cockpit. Control arms on the right, and yeah, he sits in there pretty well, and I'm super excited at the possibilities of both Panthro and Lion-O piloting this thing together. This is just great. Adrian then demonstrates how any of the figures can man the rear turret, and he lifts up the telescoping neck, positions Lion-O right where he should be, and there he is holding the cannon in position. This is just incredible. A lot of play features here which add to the value of the overall piece, and I'm super excited to get my hands on this myself. This is absolutely crazy. If we notice, actually backing up, there are peg holes, and that's how you can affix Lion-O on the peg holes so that he can easily stand there without falling over. Adrian then goes on to reposition Lionel in a seating position so he can actually sit down on any one of the chairs which are molded into the rear of the Thunder Tank. The two at the back are really for the Thunder Kittens, but he does actually fit in there, albeit the legs going underneath the chair in front of him, more appropriately sitting in one of the larger chairs in front of the Thunder Kitten chairs, Chitara or Tigra. One of the front right, one of the front left, and then of course the two Thunder Kittens in the back. Very, very cool. The Thunder Tank itself is incredibly detailed. We can see the emblem of the Thundercats right on the top. Every piece of this vehicle looks stunning. I can't wait until we get our hands on these guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. Over at Toy News International, if we scroll down, Jay over there actually did a full live unboxing on his YouTube channel, and honestly, it was crazy. And at one point, he actually does go ahead and open up the Thunder Tank and hold it so we can all see just how big this thing is in relation to himself. And let me tell you, it was absolutely massive. Let's take a quick look at that right now. So there's Jay, and he literally picks this thing up to show everybody. And my goodness, look at the size of that arm compared to Jay. He literally picks this thing up. It's like the size of a small child in his arms. Actually, it's the size of a big child in his arms. He's just literally manhandling this thing, and at one point he literally picks it up, and we can see just how big this thing is. Look at the size of this compared to his hand. I mean, it dwarfs his hand so much. Like, it's just huge. Just absolutely ridiculously huge. Look at that profile there. This is Jay, and just look at the size of this thing. I mean, Jay's head is literally dwarfed by the length of this thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Looking at the relationship between Jay's hand and the Thunder Tank, you could pretty much fit 5 or 6 full handprints across the entire section of the length of the Thunder Tank. It's absolutely ridiculous. The size of the back is just ridiculous as well. Look at that thing. Jay's head is literally, I think maybe you could fit 3 of Jay's head across the back of this Thunder Tank. My goodness, including the treads. I love the exhaust vents on the back. We see 2 here at the bottom and 2 larger ones at the top. There's also the escape hatch, which unfortunately does not open. That is a missed opportunity, I do have to say. However, we do have to realize that if this hatch did open, the 2 seats would have nowhere to go. You'd literally be opening it up to plastic. It really is kind of unfortunate that it wasn't able to open up. I think a lot of people will be saying, well, you could have put an engine back there, you could have put some additional features if you open it up. But honestly, for what it is, I think it's a wonderful showpiece, and I'm just absolutely over the moon. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these myself. Just absolutely stunning. One of Jay's viewers, Michael Farland Jr., then asks, can you put it in the dark to see the glowing eyes? So this is going to be interesting. So Jay picks up the Thunder Tank, and this is our first glimpse at the front of the Thunder Tank with Jay holding it. I'm at a loss for words, guys. Look at the size of that mouth compared to Jay. I mean, man, that is just so insanely huge. I just cannot believe this. Sorry guys, I'm trying to have more of a vocabulary with this, but there really is nothing else to say. We have one more opportunity with T Skillet asking if we can see the bottom of the Thunder Tank. He picks up the Thunder Tank and just lifts it up for everyone to see. It is absolutely massive. Not a whole lot of detail at the bottom that we can see here. He does demonstrate that there are 2 additional casters near the jaw, and that one huge caster which goes across the belly. So there is ample distribution of weight, which is great. It's not gonna fall under its own weight. It's just so much fun that way. And we do see a little bit more detail at the rear. Not so much that it's something that you're gonna miss, but at the end of the day, it is just an absolute beast. I mean, look at the size of the thing compared to Jay's head. It literally is a average sized child. Like, it is absolutely huge. I want to give another huge shout out to Jay over at Toy News International for doing that live stream. I mean, seriously, giving everybody the opportunity to see exactly what they'll be getting very, very soon in their own homes is just absolutely exciting, and I can't wait until I get my own. Guys, definitely head over to Toy News International. They are a great resource for toy news all year round, especially for He-Man and Master Universe and Thundercats. Guys, definitely give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to Adrian's Nerd Cave. definitely head over to Adrian's Nerd Cave on YouTube. Watch the entire video that he did about the Thunder Tank. He has a hell of a lot of great videos about Thundercats. He's obviously a massive Thundercats fan. So guys, if you're into Thundercats, definitely head over to Adrian's Nerd Cave. You will not regret it. Give him a like and a follow. Tell him that Jay sent you. Guys, I gotta tell you, this was an absolute pleasure to take a look at Adrian's Nerd Cave review of the mighty Thunder Tank. Oh my god, everybody. This is absolutely crazy. I can't believe the Thunder Tank is arriving in people's homes so early. I mean, it's been well over a year and a half. I think it's closer to 2 years now, actually. It's absolutely incredible. Huge thanks to Super 7 for getting this to us, guys. Oh my gosh, I gotta be telling you, I'm super excited to be getting this in my own home eventually. I want to give another huge shout out to Adrian's Nerd Cave on YouTube. Adrian, thank you so much for letting us take a look at this. It's been amazing. Holy crap, what a revelation. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Jay over at Toy News International. Guys, they are a great resource for toy news all year round. Definitely head over there and give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. The other Jay. Guys, what were your thoughts about taking a look at the Thunder Tank today? Wasn't it absolutely beastly and just hugely massive? Are you guys in on the Thunder Tank at all? Like, have you guys already put down some money for the Thunder Tank and are just waiting for it to be shipped? And are you guys excited about how huge this thing is, or is it the complete opposite and you have no idea where you're going to put this thing, or are just completely turned off at the idea of just how massive this thing is, and really, even if you wanted it, couldn't put it anywhere? Guys, please leave those comments in the comment section below. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's Mega Retro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons of this channel really help me to make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. Their support means the world to me. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Thundercats! Ho! Geek proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. It's thanks to your support that this channel continues to grow, and I really could not have done this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.